Hello guys, Elite Legionarii here, and today I'm going to be bringing you, I think it's the 6th historical battle. It's the Battle of Ascalum, walkthrough for Rome Total War. So let's just let you guys watch the intro and then we'll get into the specifics after that.
It is the early 3rd century BC, and the military prestige of the Greek successors has reached its zenith in the person of King Pyrrhus of Epirus. The fledgling state of Rome is trying to secure her supremacy on Italian soil. The two cultures are about to clash at Ascalum in southeast Italy. After a day of inconclusive fighting in the forests and hills, Pyrrhus maneuvers the Romans into a head-on battle where his forces must win the day. Elephants and phalanxes against the legions of Rome. Can the Romans hold the field against the best Greece has to offer, or will they crumble and flee?
Alright guys, it's probably the shortest intro of all the historical battles. Now, if I'm going to be honest here, when I first started playing Rome Total War and first tried out the historical battles, I always found Ascalum to be quite hard. I didn't really know how to go about it and what to do. But I tinkered around with it, did a bit of experimenting with it, and once you learn how to use your units correctly in this battle, it's actually not too difficult. It's probably harder than, some of the ones I've done already, but I'd probably still say like Trasimene could probably be more tricky than this one. It's just, if you don't do things in the right kind of way in this one, you won't do it right, is essentially what I'm going to say about this one. But it seems more hard than it really is. It's how I describe it. So if you just watch, if we just go through this and just watch and you see how it can work. So you're given a pre-Marian Roman army, and the enemy's given a lot of phalanx pikemen and levy pikemen, but they do have a lot more upgrades. They are better than your infantry, but you do have Pila and you do have extra numbers. Now what I recommend doing is creating the two lines of the Hastati and Principe. Then I recommend putting the Triarii out on the right flank. Now you want to use your Velites to kill the elephants on the left flank, because the elephants always come at you from that side. You don't have to worry about the elephants either, because honestly, they're probably the easiest unit to kill in the entire battle. They're actually not very difficult to kill at all if you use the Velites to do it, because Velites have got a bonus versus the elephants, and it works very well in Rome Total War. The most annoying stuff here is probably if you take too long to get to outflank those phalanxes, because they will destroy your guys, because they've got, I believe, I think they got the all bronze upgrades right up to 3 bronze chevrons and bronze attack and bronze shield. While your guys have only got about the same upgrades as your Triarii there, so their pikes are definitely better. So the AI tends to send one of the companion cav and the elephants out ahead of everything else. So use the Velites to kill the elephants. Don't hit them on skirmish mode, because you don't want them running away. Just let them. There's 3 of them is more than enough to actually kill those elephants. They'll do it quite alright. Now, try and draw the cav in if it comes out over here. That's what I'm going to do here. And use your Triarii and then encircle it with your cavalry, and you'll quickly destroy it. As you can see, I've already killed one of the elephants. Now, you might notice I've put some of my Hastati to the left and my Principe to the right there. This is to kind of give depth in the middle of the whole formation, but at the same time, have it spread out enough distance to cover the whole area. And now what you want to do is use your Triarii and come around and encircle those units, because levy pikemen and phalanx pikemen, the phalanx pikemen can defeat your pre-Marian units. They do have very bad morale, so if you encircle them, they rout, or get around behind them, they rout quite quickly. It's the key. You've got to try and encircle them. There you go, the elephants run amok and they're dead. They're very easy. Now you can use the Velites to get in behind the phalanxes and start putting shots at them to further outflank them and do morale damage. If you get an opportunity like this, kill the general, because killing the general always helps affect morale. So if you can kill him, that's good. As you can see, the AI has a tendency to spread out quite a bit, which is quite useful. Ooh, a bit of a lag spike there. Apologise. And what you want to do is just kind of encircle them. As you can see, I've brought this Hastati around because your Hastati and Principe, they'll hold out for a while, but they will likely lose the fight. But if you get everything behind them, it works very well. And you put the Triarii in behind them to destroy them. Try not to get hung up fighting the missile units and other units at the back. You've got to kill these phalanxes fast or your infantry's going to break. So you try and kill them fast. Use the cavalry and the Triarii and various units to actually rout them. Because as I said, once those units actually, even though they're winning a fight, look at that, they rout straight away because the morale on phalanx pikemen and levy pikemen is very low. So even though they're better than your infantry from the front, if you get them outflanked and encircled, and you do have the infantry numbers to do this, you can easily rout them. As you can see, I cause a big chain rout just by getting those cabinets. I don't even really need my Triarii, so you should aim to get your Triarii into the flank. I actually got a bit hung up on some of the spread out units, but it doesn't really matter. Your Triarii are well upgraded, so they do actually tend to last quite a while, but once you get a rout rolling against these kind of units, they just start chain routing. So follow this pattern, and this battle's pretty easy, but make sure you encircle and outflank those phalanxes, because otherwise your infantry does lose, and use your velites to kill the elephants, or otherwise they'll kill your infantry. I did a recent battle, I think it was against Paladin Bob, and I managed to kill all his velites before he could use them to kill my elephants, and my elephants got like 300 kills and destroyed his whole army. So you know, the AI is pretty stupid and usually doesn't use its units very smart. But just don't let those elephants get into your infantry. Use those velites to kill them. They always bring them out there to the left like they do, and they always get destroyed. I did just lose my general, but it's not that bad at this point because I have already won the battle basically. However, you don't want to lose your general too early, and you should try and avoid it if possible. I just got a little careless in my cav there, but it doesn't really matter because it's alright. So usually what happens is the AI runs off the routes and then regroups a bit, so you can send your cav and some of your units after them to try and retake, collect those routers basically. Honestly, it's not really that difficult to fight. However, it might seem to be more difficult if you're just sort of trying it for the first time, because you might not know how to go about it, because if you take on those pikes without encircling them and stuff, you're going to lose. But as soon as you encircle them, they rout, because they're not, that's the thing with phalanx pikemen, they're quite strong from the front for a while against sort of medium to lower quality infantry, but if you get them encircled, they rout because they've got pretty low morale. So that's what you want to try and do here, and that's essentially it. So it's a clear victory. You do have the numerical superiority, so you should use that to your advantage. But not too difficult one, but it might seem a bit difficult at first because you're not used to how it actually pans out. But just follow the kind of steps I used here, and it's a pretty straightforward battle as well. Let's just have a quick look at these stats. As you can see, quite a few kills to the velites, very, very useful. The infantry do well, the Triarii and the cavalry, so pretty mixed force there, but just try and encircle those pikes and get them to rout quickly, because that's how you kill them. So anyway guys, hope these historical battles are helping, hope you're enjoying it. I'll have the Battle of Carrhae coming up next, so I'll be seeing you soon for that, so see you then.